All right, guys, we are stepping into Caleb's dungeon. This is in Longwood, Florida, right? This is Longwood, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so Caleb has come a long way, right? From meeting him the first time in Orlando for the invasion of the first one to now having his own shop. But we're also going to be checking out Miguel's M5 Wagon. So behind here, we're going to take a look real quick. But before we get to that, we're going to talk to Caleb real quick, see what's different and what has changed. So Caleb,
How you guys doing?
big changes, big changes. See some nice, interesting cars. You got a GT3 RS with a cracked windshield.
Poverty spec.
Poverty spec, yeah. It's pretty epic to see, man. I think a lot of Porsche guys, I mean, a lot of BMW guys would always want to get into a Porsche. And these right now are like, what, $400,000, right?
Yeah,
you know, because you're paying over sticker, yeah.
Yep.
But what has changed, man?
A lot of stuff. So last time we talked, we're at the Beamer invasion last year. So big changes. Got a bigger shop with some AC. Last shop didn't have any AC. I was dying in the summer, but moved into a bigger 2,500 foot facility. Started doing a lot more PPF and ceramic coatings and window tint, which is good. I've been wanting to do that for a while, and it's been an amazing year so far.
Okay, good, good. I see you guys are always growing and stuff, and it's good to see. You're young, right? You're how old again?
22.
22, man. I wish when my son gets to 22, he's so ambitious like how you are. So maybe when he watches this video, maybe it gives him some motivation. But this is cool, though.
So
But yeah, I see you got some interesting things. Are these BBS wheels? They're not going on the Porsche.
no, they're for Sean's E36 for Amelia, so we're just polishing them, making the aluminum look 10 times better. They're all scratched up before, but as you can see, the
Let's see.
now.
Oh, wow. You weren't joking. So I have polished barrels. And again, this is probably off topic, guys, but what do you recommend using? A polisher, like a small mini polisher?
So for bare aluminum, I love, you can get this at your local AutoZone. Just white diamond polish. It's cheap, and it's been my favorite so far.
Really? Better than like Mother's?
I think it is.
Okay.
The trick, Sean actually taught me this, is whenever you wash it, just put a little bit on your towel, polish it real quick every time you wash the wheels, and they'll stay perfect for a long
So
time.
it kind of defeats the purpose of ceramic coating then, right?
Well, bare aluminum, ceramic coating won't stick to bare aluminum.
Oh, so it won't stick on here at all?
Yeah, unless they're clear coated.
Okay.
Whereas bare aluminum, there's not much besides like a sealant we can put on it to protect the aluminum.
Gotcha. I gotcha. Because I know for my car and, you know, my LMRs and E88s, they always, like, I polish them, ceramic coat them, and it's just a waste.
Yeah.
So-
The best thing you can do is get them clear coated. That's
Yeah.
the best thing you can do. But
Maybe
it's expensive.
if I ever buy another set of wheels, maybe I'll tell Ron to do that. But yeah, so I'll definitely need to pick your brain. Are you hand polishing it?
Yeah, so we hand polish that with just a towel.
That's a lot.
And elbow grease.
Oh man, I used to do it myself. Oh, I did it myself, and I definitely feel my knuckles hitting against obviously all the exposed hardware.
Yep.
But that looks amazing. So definitely a good job. So if you guys need any work done, you know, come to Longwood, Florida.
Yes,
You
sir.
guys located in the Central Florida area. He'll take your car, get it taken care of, and you just started doing PPF, right?
Yeah, so about a year back we started doing PPF and trying to get better and better at it every day, and I think you'll see on this car it's coming out really good. So
Awesome. And yeah, I've dealt with a lot with PPF, and then we're probably gonna have to PPF my car again. But you'll see that in the next video because you won't see that video until this video comes out first. But I'm excited to see Miguel's wagon. What do you think about it?
I think the wagon is definitely a lot better than the sedan,
Okay.
but it's a beautiful car. Interior is nice, full glass roof. It's a cool car
Yeah.
for sure.
So this is the first time me seeing a wagon. I guess Miguel has some paint match stuff going on, or
So
no?
we take the gas store to do the gas store PPF,
Okay.
and we can wrap all the edges. But
Gotcha.
we can just put it back on.
No, no worries. No worries at all. But looking at Miguel's car, so is Miguel doing the whole car or just the front clip?
So he did track patch, which is
Okay.
full front, mirrors, side skirts, and a couple pieces in the rear.
Okay, so yeah, that protects majority of all your, you know, abrasions from the road and stuff. And this color up front, it's kind of like a burgundy, right? It's not like a true deep red. It's definitely like a little burgundy. This is Vegas red. And I
This
think,
one you can see the metallic a lot more.
correct. And then this is your bay where you do all your PPF.
Yes, sir.
And what do you guys use? I know a lot of shops use different products. What is your choice?
We found a company called Optical PPF. The amazing clarity, as you can see on the hood. So far, it's been great for us. Easy to work with. It's a low tack film, so you get less working lines. Problems with some of the other ones, they're very sticky, but you get a lot of working lines, film cracking and stuff. So optical's been by far the best film we worked with so far.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. To be honest, like I'm not sponsored by XPEL, but it looks a lot clearer than XPEL. I know maybe because you're in the industry you shouldn't say, but XPEL, they're a great brand. They're a good company, but between this, whatever company you just said right now, my brain's mush because I have a 3-hour drive back home later. This compared to Suntech, it's very similar. This might be more clear than Suntech.
Yeah, Suntech and Optical, both amazing companies. They're within probably 5% of each other. Where Suntech being a more aggressive film, like the Reaction, which I think you have on your car.
Yeah, I have portions of it. So when I had to re-PPF my hood of my G80, we did Suntech because I think Hughes Detailing no longer uses XPEL. They use Suntech. And the rest of the car is XPEL. But when you look on the side of it, I've had somebody ask me, hey, did you repaint your side of your car? And I'm like, no. I'm like, it's probably because of the orange peel from the PPF.
Nothing against XPEL, but they've been going through a lot of different manufacturers and stuff, so it's hard to get a good quality product from them. But I'm glad Hughes went over to Suntech. Great company. Great guy, Brandon, over there.
Yeah, I'm sure. Have you picked his brain a little bit?
We talked a little bit on Instagram, but I'm sure at Beamer Invasion in West Palm, we'll talk a little bit.
Yeah, he'll have a booth there. I know he'll be there. He's excited. But yeah, I'm gonna probably give you guys a little rundown about the car. Don't let me hold you up or anything.
No, we just got done coding it, so we're fine.
Okay, so when is this car ready for Miguel to molest?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Is he excited?
Yes, he is. I didn't know it was his first time even seeing the car. He came by yesterday and took a look at it. He ordered online, didn't see it at all, so it was cool.
Nice.
See him stop by and take a look at everything in person.
Well, I can tell you this, Miguel is definitely gonna be the guy that wears a towel here. Maybe he should get the Obsessed Garage seat cover. You know, you can pick that up. Looks a little bit more professional instead of a towel, but I get it. Don't want to get the seats all discolored. But yeah, we're gonna take you guys around. This is definitely, we don't have a full view of it because it is in the process of getting done. But I have to agree, it definitely looks so much better, you know, than the sedan.
This trunk has been finicky the whole time, but
This is probably one of the first wagons out there right now.
yeah,
you know,
1 of 5, I think Sean said in the US.
1 of 5. So Miguel, I don't know what you did to get this allocation, but you know, we'll leave it as that. We'll leave it as that. But what do you think about the whole car in general? Is this something that can grow on you? Is it the design language? Is it what you expect?
Yeah, it's definitely something that grew on me since I saw the sedan. Sedan you have to see in person, whereas just in video and picture you can really appreciate it. And I'm happy that BMW is starting to bring wagons over the States, and hopefully we get a G81 wagon.
Yeah, I'm hoping. Or maybe the new generation M3s, right?
Yeah.
Because, like, I don't know, man. Like, I think, you know, even with the G81, they didn't make it a manual, right? Because obviously they needed the all-wheel drive transmission or drivetrain. But if I had to do another car, and you know, my wife lets me, maybe it would be the new M3 in a wagon if they did come out with that. But you know, as of right now, I'm very happy with my G. But looking at this entirely, I know he has a lot of modifications to come, and similar to the other, you know, M5 we saw. This one, Miguel, I think you lost a tire lottery. You have hand cooks. Yeah, you're cooked, bro. You're cooked. You got the hand cooks, you're cooked. But yeah, it's gonna look good. If you throw on some spacers, probably like, I would say what, like a 15 mil spacer in the rear, maybe 18. A 10 would definitely flush it out, but I'm more of like a hot boy status. I'm more like, I like my fenders rubbing a little bit, and I'm kidding.
Yeah, it needs a lot more low.
Yeah, it needs a lot more low. But the Miguel, what was Miguel's reaction? What did he say?
He didn't say too much. He brought his son over. It was just looking at it, got pictures of it. He didn't know it had a glass roof. He didn't know a lot of stuff about the car because he's never seen it. So
yeah,
it was cool to watch him see it, and first time seeing it, so it was cool.
Awesome. But yeah, I'm gonna take you guys walking around. First impressions. I know when we mentioned last time with Towson that this looks like a thong, sort of, a little bit. So I think many different manufacturers or carbon companies are definitely gonna probably transform this, maybe give it some carbon to kind of enclose where the exhaust tips are exposed. But yeah, looking at the paintwork, Looks really good, man. I think you did a good job. You know, I think people think when you get a new car, right, the paint comes spotless and you know, like no imperfections.
No,
How bad was this one? Because I know when I got my M3, there was a lot of things. I needed a stage 2 paint correction on the rear bumper. It was that bad.
yeah, this car, we did a one-step. We were able to get a lot of it out with the one-step, but there are some imperfections. I'm sure Miguel saw this, but on the side skirt here, where is it at? So there was like a paint line or like some overspray right here we weren't able to get out.
Okay.
But besides that, BMW does a good job. You know, they clear coat their engine bays now. Paints, it's one of my favorite paints to work with. Polishing wise, it's super hard paint, but as the clarity is amazing. I think BMW does a good job. BMW and Audi are one of the best when it comes to the paint jobs, I think.
Gotcha. And there's probably not enough room to get some solid B-roll, but hopefully this gives you a better representation of what the wagon looks like. We'll jump in the car in a little bit later, but am I able to lift the hood up a little bit? Or?
Of course.
All right, so guys, this is actually the first time I've seen the hood open, because even with the last time we saw a M5, we didn't really go too in depth into it. But obviously this is a hybrid, right? This is the new BMW hybrid that's actually presented on the XM. I think things may have changed a little bit on the M5, but I'm sure Miguel's going to go through all the upgrades, maybe some intakes. Knowing him, he probably won't drive this much. He probably won't drive this at all, but it will be going to a lot of our shows. But you'll definitely see this at the Invasion of West Palm Beach. Super excited about that. And you were mentioning they do paint all the interior, right, of the engine bay. I know the older generations M3s, kind of a lot was left like primer.
Just like matte.
Yeah.
They just painted it. I don't know if they put a matte clear coat on it, but it was just a matte finish. Whereas like with the G chassis now, they're all painted and it looks 10 times better for sure.
Totally agree. But yeah, it's definitely a huge grill, right? Not as massive as obviously what you saw on the G80s when it first came out. Again, it's definitely going to take some time for people to grow on, because it's all new, right? And I think this is going to be the same situation when it goes to the next M3s. People are going to be like hating it at first, and then modifications are going to be thrown onto it. It won't change everybody's minds, but it probably will change a decent amount of people's minds once people start throwing wheels on it. Did Miguel show you the wheels he's going to throw on it?
He's showing he's putting 2 sets.
Yeah.
One on each side. I think the second set looks better, but yeah, they look good.
Yeah, which one? The one that's more of a solid face, or the one that's
Solid face one.
Yeah, I think that looks good. It kind of reminds me like the retro like M3s, right?
Yes.
Or like the retro 90s look. Make sure my rent-a-car is locked because I have camera gear in there. But did he tint the car too?
Yeah, so we did 50% ceramic tint on the full car. I think it's perfect for this car. That way you can still see the interior, but you have good UV and heat rejection as well.
So is that which film is that?
This is Solar Guard ceramic film.
Solar Guard ceramic film.
It's manufactured in the U.S., which we like to see a lot with our
Solid.
films. Yes, sir.
What do you think that is comparable to like XPEL, XR Plus, whatever, Prime XR Plus?
Unlike their PPF, I actually like XPEL's tint a lot. But they're with window tint, you're with all within, like it's like SunTech and Optical S-Tech. They're all within 10% of each other. I like this one. I think it has better clarity, no low angle haze, and the heat rejection numbers. I think on the ceramic we're seeing 94% IR rejection with this, so it's really good when it comes to the summer. You don't have to get into a hot car.
See, I'm just hitting Caleb all these questions and stuff, so he's passing with flying colors. I know this is a kind of hybrid video, right? This is more about Miguel's M5 and also talking about a little detailing, which I know a lot of people on this channel do like. But interior, did you guys do anything special to the interior?
Not yet, so we're going to steam clean everything to get any oils that are off the leather, and then we're going to ceramic coat it with G99 leather coat. That way any dye transfer, if Miguel's wearing jeans or anything, doesn't stain the actual seats.
Okay, I know steaming the seats, is there a proper way of doing it? I know maybe using a microfiber towel in front of the steamer.
Yeah, so I just get the steamer about 6 inches away from the seat, heat up those pores, open the pores up with the leather, get a fresh microfiber, wipe it down. That way it kind of gets all the oil off. Then I spray a little bit of G-On interior, which has a little bit of alcohol to kind of...
I love that stuff.
It smells so good.
Yeah, the blue liquid, right?
Yep.
And what I like about it too is that I use leather cleaner. Sometimes I always feel like leather cleaner always leaves like a film on it. And then when I use that, it kind of makes it nice and matted.
Because it has that alcohol which evaporates all like that film and
Mm-hmm.
everything. So that's why we use that before, and then we'll put our coating on it to help.
Like a ceramic coating for the seats. I know the M5s don't come with buckets yet, so you know that's something that's probably going to be maybe on the competitions or maybe like a CS.
If you sit in these seats though, they're
They're-
in between the G80 like sofa seat and the bucket, and they're super comfortable. So if you sit in them, you'll appreciate them a lot.
I'm gonna jump in the driver's seat. I'm gonna jump in the driver's seat because it's a towel there, Miguel. Okay, I know you're gonna watch this video, but all right, let's see. Yeah, sitting in the driver's seat, it feels very comfortable. It doesn't feel harsh like some people would describe it on the G80. It definitely feels like it hugs you, but I also think it could be a little bit more aggressive when it comes to the contours. But I mentioned this in the other video. I do like the ambiance in this area. What do you think about that? The ambiance inside the cabin.
It's very nice. Like I said, with the glass roof, I think it has like the auto dimming and everything, which is pretty nice. I like the steering wheel on it. People have mixed opinions about the iDrive or whatever the screen's called, but I think it looks good on the wagon.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, the people like this, they call it a tablet, right? It's a huge screen, and sitting here now, it definitely makes my G80 look outdated a little bit. And you know, if you guys probably will see that video soon, my G80 is at Samuel's Auto Body, and it's getting some paint work. So stay tuned for that video. You'll see it maybe later on. But yeah, Miguel, congrats on the wagon. Something that I think you're gonna enjoy and have fun with. And in these controls, I know this is like a ABS, like it could get scratched. Do you guys ever see people wanting to PPF this too?
Yeah, so on the Audis, we do a lot of matte PPF on the piano black, but Miguel didn't want it, so maybe in the future we'll put some PPF on it. That way, you know, piano black sucks to maintain, so we can put some PPF on it that way to help protect it.
Because that would get all scratched up and whatnot.
You look at it wrong and it'll get scratched up.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. So yeah, definitely a quick look of Miguel's car. We'll probably see more of it when we get some modifications on, because right now he just has it's pretty much stock, and it has what, less than
I
like
think 200 miles.
200 miles.
Something, yeah.
Yeah. Anything else to tell people?
Whenever you get a car, bring it straight to your detailer with 0 miles on it, because even with 200 miles, you're prone to getting some rock chips, especially on I-4 and stuff like that. So
Is there rock chips on here already?
there was 1 or 2 on the piano black, so it was super soft. But we did gloss black PPF on all the black pieces. That way, you know, it hides all that. So it's
Okay.
really, really good.
Okay,
But
that's good to know.
People think wait 1,000 miles. No, straight from the dealer to your PPF guy for sure. Because if it will get scratched, it will get scratched within those 1,000 miles for sure.
But also PPF is not for everybody, right? Some PPF, like if people ask me, I 100% recommend anything in the front clip, right? Hood, front bumper, fenders, definitely. And then when it comes to the track pack, maybe if you are that meticulous. But for me, that I plan on keeping the car for quite a bit. That's why I chose to do the whole car. But I totally agree, like you said, like if you plan on keeping the car and you're very, I guess you could say, OCD about rock chips, 100% get the car trailered or use track tape, right?
Yeah.
Track tape is something that you could do by putting on the hood. It's a thin film, easy to take off, as long as you're not letting it stay on there for like 5 days or a week at a time, right?
Yeah, and find a good detailer, and like if you have questions about PPF, like Brandon and I, and just ask them, hey, I just got this car, what would you do? Because we're car guys like you, and we like to treat our cars how we treat your car. So ask us, hey, should I do PPF? Should I do this? And just pick their brain, and that way you better know what to do in the future with your car.
Totally agree. So other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this quick video. This is just my first impressions of the G99 wagon. Definitely congrats again, Miguel. You definitely lost a tire lottery, a dough, but it's definitely a good looking wagon. I can't wait to see what the wheels look like and suspension. But we'll definitely have to do another video with Miguel with the modifications, because I don't want to disturb your workflow. I know I've taken up probably 25 minutes of your time.
It's been a minute since we last.
Oh,
last
it's been,
talked.
and every time we do talk, it's more like a quick chat because I'm always in a rush. Like I gotta go home to go see my family.
Yeah.
And then
Beamer invasion running around.
exactly. So other than that, if you guys need anything, in the Central Florida area and you guys looking for somebody that can do solid work, definitely hit up Caleb here at Hands On Detailing, a young entrepreneur that's doing some positivity for the car community and also the BMW community. So how can people find you, and what's the best way of reaching out to you?
My biggest thing is Instagram, Hands On Detailing, and our website's handsondetailingflorida.com.
So other than that, we want to thank you guys for watching this video, and we'll see you guys on the next one. See you later.
See you.